shadows were dancing on the building's golden light when sunset glow. Bustling streets and busy traffic, walking hand in hand on our way home. The roads were drawn like something certain, every turn laid out so clear. Felt like love, looked like forever, but I fear we had a paper town. Look good till the ink ran out. I guess we ended too soon. We painted bright blue skies. You were never truly mine. Our map's been torn in two. This paper town. This paper town. The streets don't feel like home now. All the colors faded, slowly turned to gray. And I thought we had it figured out, but it's just another town we left for dead. The lights we chased have all been broken, every path disappeared. Felt like love, looked like forever, but we're here. We had a paper town. Look good till the ink ran out. I guess we ended too soon. We painted bright blue skies. You were never truly mine. Our map's been torn in two. This paper town. 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 Maybe we were built to goddamn fit. Drawn in lines that fade too fast. I swore this town would pull us in, but nothing here was made to last. We had a paper town. Look good till the ink ran out. I guess we ended too soon. We painted bright blue skies. You were never truly mine. Our map's been torn in two.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Hope you're all doing well tonight. We're gonna get started here pretty soon. So I hope that you have had a wonderful evening so far. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Drakage 2000 show. I'm your host, Drakage 2000. Glad to have you here tonight. I'm just doing a little bit of maintenance here. I just renewed all of our contracts that needed renewing. We have a couple others that will last into tomorrow. But yeah, so now we're down to 700,000 or 442,000. You know, whatchamacallit? I just spent about 800,000 coin refreshing all of our things, so that's, yeah, it's quite a lot to refresh everything. But so let's do our bus systems. Start getting these guys running. What's up, Shadow Killer? How you doing, man? First time chatter even. I saw that you followed when I was offline the other day. Were you one of the guys that I raided recently? I think you were. How are you doing? Let's see here. What else do I want to send out there? The Troncos? I might want to send the Tronco out. Or the Dumpies. Or the dump trucks. I don't know if I want to send the dump trucks out. You know what? I think for now, let's just leave it at our buses. Let's just leave it at our buses. So we got 3 buses going out. Make sure they're on the right things. They are. That's good. All right, let's come up here to the Sangdo Lumber Mill. Chilling at work? Yeah, I thought I did, man. I thought I did. Let's double check. Yeah, I rated you like yesterday or day before or something like that. I don't know, man. Like, it all blends together for me sometimes. It all blends together to me sometimes, and so like I tend to forget sometimes. But good to have you on my stream, good sir. Welcome to the Drakish 2000 show. Let's use the 4 FDR. So I'm gonna run some planks down south here. Yeah, day before yesterday. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I've been running. I've been a little bit distracted recently, right? Because the whatchamacallit, I've been running the racing league recently, and so like that's pretty distracting. And on Wednesday we had an official practice, which was yesterday. So my brain tends to get a little frazzled when you know, trying to herd a bunch of gamer cats around, you know. So we are gonna try to earn some coin today. The other thing I want to do is earn some coin for the company itself, though. So we need to head to OG Drill, which, yeah, you can load 9 in here. Oh, it's so nice. What's it look like in the back of the thing? This is my first time using the box trailer for this. Yeah, look at that. That's nice. Nice. Very nice. What's up, Mr. Infant? You're playing Out of Ore. No, dude, Out of Ore is such a good game. It is such a good game. I've been having a lot of fun with it, and that's the problem. I've been having too much fun with it. My most recent episode for Out of Ore released on YouTube today, and I think that was like episode 6 or 7. I forget which. I think 7. But I've recorded all the way up to episode 12 just because I've been having too much fun with the game, and I need YouTube to stay caught up. So I got a little bit more catching up to do with YouTube with that regard. But hopefully we can make that happen. Because I definitely want to get back into it. That game, like I said, is just a lot of fun. I love like the dirt physics and the fact that like you can terraform the area and stuff in that game. It's really fun. Never could change. Yeah, but yeah, so now let me make sure nobody's wanting to join. Yeah, nope. Circ. Woo, you just spent 800k coin on our contract renewals. We need some more coin. It's about 90k per port spot. Yeah, so that's one downside of like running the corporation, right? Is each one of these contracts, each one of these, well, okay, more specifically, the ones that say online access, because this is like the same thing. This is Midgem. These two line items are Midgem, but each one of these costs the corporation 90,000 coin for me to have. But the benefit of that is everything that you see that says online and fast travel here on the map gives every single one of our members the ability to fast travel around the map. It's so awesome. Hey Coco, how you doing, bud? I was just explaining that I just spent 800,000 coin on our contract renewals. It's very expensive to renew all those contracts. Hydrate was redeemed. Oh, you got it. This one's for you, bud. Yeah, so let's get some trucking in tonight, guys. I don't have a trucking hat, but I do have a sailor's captain's hat. Let's do it. Let's get some trucking in. Let's haul some goods. I'm gonna haul these planks down to OG Drill, and then from OG Drill, one thing I noticed when I was renewing the contracts is that Jeju Harbor is lacking crude oil, so we'll run that up there as well. You'll get a Golema for Sangdo's skip after this. Yeah, no worries, man. You do you. This hill's always a little bit of a challenge. How's the music, guys? Is it too loud? Because I can turn it down by like 1% or so. Like I want you to be able to understand the lyrics of the songs, but I don't want the music to like overpower the stream, you know? Seems Planks needs more fuel and such, whatever. It's always nice for some tunes. Yeah. Well, the other thing is too is like, you know, I licensed all this music that you're hearing now, so like I won't get copyright claimed on it. So yeah, but I'm excited for this weekend, ladies and gentlemen, because this weekend is the Motor Maven official race league race number 2. So that's really exciting. I'm looking forward to that. I think it's going to be a jolly good time because the race is going to be here in Jeju downtown, with pit lane being this service road right up here. So this is going to be pit lane, and then the main straightaway right here into Jeju, and it's going to come down around this way, and then around here, and then up towards the military base, around that little horseshoe bend up this way, which is really like, it's deceiving, right? Because this is all downhill, and there's a couple, like a little switchback there that's a little bit challenging. Doesn't allow you to quite get up to top speed, but you do get quite a lot of speed as you come into this 90-degree turn, and then your option is to go straight and into pit lane, or to turn right and stay on the main track. So it's going to be really exciting, and I'm looking forward to it. But I think that will be a jolly good time, and I hope you'll join me for that. That's Sunday at 12 noon Central Standard Time, and it is presently 6 p.m. Central, so about 6 hours earlier from now, but on Sunday instead. Sure. In the meanwhile, though, there was something that happened there that I want to fix. Let's do that. Boom. I want it to shift like whenever it gets up to 2400 RPM. But I'm looking forward to it, right? Like they've been putting in some good times lately, but more importantly, the racers have been getting used to the street track, because on the street right here, this is kind of like a neighborhood area right here in Jeju, and the curbs are a little bit high here, so you got to be pretty perfect on your turns right here as you come through this section of the race. And then another thing, right before you get to the convenience store, there's a little hill and a little bump right here on this section of the track. And what happens is if you get too much speed coming down this road, you'll hit that bump, go airborne, and run into the fence over here. So yeah, it's gonna be wild. It's gonna be a lot of fun. One thing I noticed though too was that there's gonna be a lot of damage to cars during this next race. A lot of damage compared to the other races, and it's gonna be a little bit more difficult for me to actually see the whole race from my perspective during the stream, so that will be interesting. And I'll have to rely a little bit more on the race marshals and stuff like that during that, so we'll have to play that by ear. What's up, Magnetic Sheep with the Drakeage? Hi. How you doing, bud? Magnetic is one of the racers in the league, so he could talk a little bit about the challenge of the Jeju track there and their experience thereof. But yeah, like I think the track is interesting. I think that it's definitely different from the first track, which we did the Ansan Speedway on the first one. So this one's going to be a little bit different to that, but I think it's going to be really fun too, like just because it presents that challenge for everybody. But welcome, ladies and gentlemen. If you're new here, my name is Drakeage2000. If you're watching over on YouTube, then obviously I'm D2K Simulators over there. But I like to call myself a variety streamer, but I do tend to focus in on one game at a time there for like a couple weeks at a time, or until I get disinterested in said game. Right now our interest is here in Motortown, which I am running a big corporation here on the Motor Maven server. We currently have 22 people on the company. We had 38 at our peak, but at 38 what happened was the server owners switched hosts, and so we had to start the company over again. So we're getting our people back in surely. All right, Magnetic says the biggest challenge of the track is losing sight of where you are when it's nighttime or raining. Race day may be easier with all of the full setups of the barricades, lights, arrows, and so on and so forth. And the second biggest challenge are the curbs. Yeah, so that's what I was just talking about. So right here in this neighborhood, there's some high curbs on the sides of these roads, and they're pretty nasty. Saw some sneak peeks of new upcoming updates, another vehicle to build up with materials, and new shortcuts. Interesting. Yeah, the new dumpster, the new dump truck requires you to build it. So that guy just had an arrow on the side of his trailer. Maybe I need to throw an arrow on this trailer to help out for race day proper. But yeah, so that's another thing, right? I literally just spent 800,000 coins out of our company account here in order for me to renew most of our contracts. We have, so that's 90,000, 180,000, 27,000, 270,000 coin worth of teleports are left to be renewed as well for tomorrow, but they don't need to be renewed until tomorrow. So yeah, but it's let me know, guys, if you want me to throw in a different vehicle in here. I put my rotator in there for people to mess around with. It's not fully upgraded yet. Maven Discord keeping some testers in the loop, thankfully. Yeah, I'm excited. You know, any update to like your favorite game is a good thing most of the time. Magnetic says, who's got the monopoly on Sangdo logs right now? I want some juicy contract money. I know, right? That's the thing. They keep running these logs here. Like, this is almost always full. Maybe we can get some oak contracts. Are there oak contracts? Yeah, there are some oak contracts. What do they pay? They pay about the same. Maybe that's what we do later. How many can we carry on the other thing? Doctor 4 usually my go-to if Mag doesn't claim it. So the right now there's 46 oak log slots open right now. So there's definitely room to move. What's up, Cheddar? How you doing, man? Welcome back to the stream. Glad to have you back. Coco, I'm confused, sir. Right now, I'm hauling 9 planks in the back of this trailer right now, down to OG drilling, which is nice. But that's the other thing too, right, guys? We gotta move the planks out of there, which is easier said than done, because the other thing is I don't have a vehicle that can reliably get it up here to Guanjin coal. But maybe we move planks here. Yeah, see, there's 23 out of 50 there. Yeah, well, this trailer right here that I'm running right now, Coco, this one can do the full 9, which is the same as the flatbed. The what's that thing called? Lomax? It's not Lomax, that's the car carrying one. Flanker, the Flanker 3. So this box trailer holds the same amount as the Flanker 3, so that's nice. That's nice for sure. Yeah, all right, that guy's already made a little bit of money. That's good. Magnetic up there. Jetta says, I hauled coal with a trolley and a trailer. You did it once by yourself, and then the second time you overloaded it for sure. So yeah, the other thing too, like, you can use our fast travel down here at Dasa to run coal or iron from here. And then if people have been running coal from here to here, you can actually pick up coal out of here and the Guanjin coal storage to run it down here to the Dasa Harbor spot. There's like a little spot that you deliver it to right here. That replenishes the iron and the coal there. So something for the future. But yeah, no, coal is very lucrative too, so oh, shit. What is that? Okay, OG drilling. Mistress Z is there at OG drill. All right, I'm taking 9 planks here. I'll just grab the easy one, the 5 contract right now, and then that way we can all earn a little bit of coin from that. That will be good. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking for a fun group of individuals to enjoy Motor Town with, come join us over here in the Drakeage 2000 TTV LLC. You can find my Discord right here. Sign up for that Discord and come join us here. All you got to do, hop on to Motor Maven, come to the corporation. So if you hit escape and you go to company, we're usually up here at the top. So you just come here, hit select, and then there's an option to put in an application to join. So doesn't matter if you're new to the game, doesn't matter if you've got level 3000 or something like that. We take people from all walks of life. All I ask is that you be a cool person and follow the server rules. That's it. So, but yeah, we'd love to have you come join us for that. It's fun. And honestly, the benefit of playing like on Mortar Maven, for example, is usually these town bonuses, as you can see right here, Jeju, Ganjun, and Sing Song are all above 20%. Well, Ganjun's gone down a little bit, but people try to fulfill the industry needs on this server, which is really nice. As you can tell, like, I'm running planks down to OG drill right now, and it's not just gonna help me, right? But it's gonna help everybody. There's 35 planks down here right now, but planks and fuel produce crude oil down here a lot faster, and so there's 264 crude oil waiting to be moved out down there right now. And that's one of the beautiful things about Motortown, is that all of the industries are all interwoven and connected, right? Because once we get down here and we deliver these planks, then we're gonna pick up crude oil and we're gonna take it up here to Jeju Harbor, which, as you can see, is empty of crude up here. And then from Jeju Harbor, we take it down to Noxan fuel storage, and then from Noxan fuel storage, all of these other industries will benefit from the fuel. So we'll figure out a place or two to take it from there. But yeah, I think that's the thing that attracts me the most to Motortown, is the fact that it actually matters that I'm hauling these planks down here to the oil drilling spot, right? Whereas like in American Truck Simulator, which is a phenomenal and fun game, and I love that game, don't get me wrong, but at the end of the day, if I haul an excavator to a mining site or something like that, or I haul like a tree harvesting thing to a lumber mill, it's not gonna cause that lumber mill or the mining site or anything like that to perform any better. It doesn't matter if they receive their delivery, right? It doesn't change anything on the map other than the fact that I gain some XP and money, and I can use that to get bigger, better trucks or more trucks for the company, and so on and so forth, right? Whereas here, it matters that I'm hauling this stuff, and I like that a lot more. Are we not using our dump trucks? If we're not using our dump trucks, I can change these out for our tankers instead, and I can put them on running the fuel route. I can do that. But we're almost there. We're right around the corner from OG Drill, and we'll be swapping out trailers once we get there, which will be nice. It'll be good. But are you guys gonna be joining me, like convoying from here, or are we doing some other things? You're en route now to OG with planks. Okay, I'll pull a second contract for that once I get there then. Because then what I'll do is I'll pull a larger, because we'll have, if Coco, if you and I both move crude oil up to Jeju, that's like 80 units of crude oil going up there. So I'll try to grab like a 50 contract, and then that way we can benefit from that. Ooh, lost the trailer there a little bit. It slid And it's sliding again. That's the other thing that I love, right? Like the trailers and the trucks and all that stuff, they have like more realistic physics to them than I feel like American Truck Sim has. Like, yeah, sometimes you can feel the weight of your cargo in American Truck Sim, but not nearly as much as you can feel it here. Like in here, if you're going downhill with a heavy load, you're going downhill with a heavy load. Like, and the fact that you can burn out your brakes and stuff like that, it's a little bit more dynamic in here. All right, here we go. So, Coco is on his way with some planks. So, I will grab us another plank contract. I'll grab the 5 again. And you'll have 50 minutes to get down here for that. Set to 50-50 to get some contracts renewed. Oh, yeah. That's a good idea. Oh, why is that one 26? Should have been like 40. But yeah, I'll do 50. On that. All right. Let me grab my tank trailer here. All right, Vamonos. Get out of here, sir. Time for you to leave. Man, I almost fully have my voice back. I'm really looking forward to getting it back. I still can't do anything high pitched without my voice cracking. So like, I can't be all like sweet and cuddly to my cat and everything, like being all like, you know, baby talking her and stuff like that, because like my voice cracks. I can't meow back at her because my voice just doesn't let me do it right now. But we're almost there. That lasted a lot longer than I expected. Magnetic, a lot of people are on logs right now, so you're gonna hop on the fuel supply as well. Yeah, come on, hop on down here. I'll grab us a big contract. That way we can earn some fat stacks of coin. Let's see here. Jeju online contract. I can get a 50 is what I can get right now. So let's do that. Let's see, this is one of the benefits of joining a corporation, guys. Like we basically, through these contracts, we get the sort of like a guild quest, if you will, from other MMOs out there. And then yeah, then we just run all this up there, and boom, we're overloaded. But I haven't really seen it matter that much when you're overloaded. Like, and why would you go with less than a full load? What's up there? Darkon Draconius. What's up, dude? First time chatter. How you doing? Welcome to the Drakage 2000 show. I hope you're having a good day. And there's Magnetic. Right over there. Give me a second. Let me get rid of the dump trucks, because we're done with those for now. And boom, Galima and Semi 2. Boom, there you go. Fine, man, you're Italian. Oh, 1:23 a.m. I don't know any Italian, so I'm not gonna try, but welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a wonderful night, and that you don't have to be up in like 2 hours or something like that for work. But welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Yeah, no worries, man. Definitely. We're just chilling. We're hauling some fuel up to Jeju right now. And yeah, as Jada says, welcome. So glad to have you here. This is a very, very chat friendly stream, so feel free to chitty chat. We love to hang out with our viewers and stuff like that. You have just took this game. What can I tell you about it? What do you want to know? How about that? Because this game is very deep. So I could be talking for a very long time about it. But right now, we happen to be running the largest corporation on the server called the Drakage 2000 TTV LLC. And the benefit of the corporation is the fact that when you zoom out here, you see all of these online fast travel black and white notifications. These are all corporation contracts that we've placed all around the map that give all of our corporation members a place to quick travel to in order to do jobs more quickly. Right now, Magnetic Sheep, who's also in the chat here, is right behind me. He's right behind me, and we're both hauling 40 units of oil up here to Jeju Harbor, which at Jeju Harbor we pulled a contract to deliver 50 units. Right? Is the game playable with a T150? I don't know what a T150 is, so if that's like a wheel, then yes, the game is pretty much wheel compatible. But yeah, exactly what Magnetic said. So here's the other thing, right? Like, you might be tempted to only play on single player when you first start playing this game, and I actually recommend against that. And here's why. All right, so you see all of these players that are online on the Motor Maven server right now, right? Each one of these guys is participating in hauling goods around the map, right? And each industry needs supplies in order to produce more stuff, okay? But as these towns grow, like Jeju right now has a 70% coverage of its food. It's got a 61% on its bus coverage, a 4% on garbage, contributing to a population boom of 130%, which these people then demand more food. They demand more bus coverage. They produce more trash, and all of the industries in the area have a bonus of 26%, right? So if we're up here in Jeju, everything that's in this purple box gets that bonus, okay? So every single thing inside this box is affected by that bonus. So it produces more, you get more money for delivering there, so on and so forth, right? So one of the reasons why we're hauling fuel up here to Jeju Harbor, and somebody just made a delivery, but there was no oil up there, and so we're fixing that now as we're hauling oil up here. The next one is Noxan fuel storage, and let's see how empty that is. See, Noxan is completely empty right now. I've not seen it completely empty in quite some time, so that's interesting. So I'm also gonna grab a haul fuel to Noxan contract for the company. So what's gonna happen is, once we've completed this, it's gonna pay out 87,500 coin out to every single one of our online members at the time of completion. So, you know, it adds incentive for us to work together towards a common goal and stuff like that. But yeah, my absolute favorite thing about this game is the fact that the economy is completely interwoven, okay? And that's why playing on a dedicated server like we're doing right now is beneficial to you, right? Because it is impossible for you with your AI to fulfill all the needs of a town. So in order for you to get these bonuses up, this is impossible for you to do in single player. Not entirely impossible, but you would have to laser focus in on one town, and then you're only gonna have one town that has a bonus to it. You can kind of probably get like 2 towns going, but like you see here, I've got my one of my city buses up here running a route in Jeju downtown. This is a route that I made up here, and then I got another one down here running another custom route in Ganjun, and then this guy, he's running a traditional route right now. But as these guys complete more and more loops, it fulfills this bus need more and more, which then increases the population boost. It's very complicated, is you know, long story short. But I'm hands free right now because I'm talking to chat. Otherwise, I'd be all the way off the road. Yeah, I use autopilot a lot when I'm hauling stuff long distance, because it gives me an opportunity to interact with you guys in chat and talk to you about things like the economy and stuff like that, right? Because otherwise, you know, when I'm looking at the map, like I just was, and showing off the industries and showing this stuff off, I wouldn't be able to do that if I was manually driving. Now I manually drive a lot. I just tend to manually drive like certain areas of the trip. But yeah, so here's the other thing, right? Like, we got this nice clean looking company logo on the side of our trucks, and then on my custom tanker trailer here, I've got our company logo, and then the hazard class 3 sign on the back there and on the sides. You know, just fun little flair, right? But no, I love this game. This game is so much fun. I love the cooperative aspect of it, right? It's not GTA. I guess, like, I know that after watching a streamer play it over on the most popular server, which is called Protect the Sink, it's a little bit more chaotic over there. This server tends, because we've got some good rules here, you know, like here's the rules on the side. So, like, you know, it's a little bit more of a calm, peaceful bunch here on the Motor Maven server. There's the occasional speed demon and the occasional shenanigans, but comparatively, it's not that bad. And the other thing too, one thing that I thought was really shocking to me when I was watching that other streamer, is that none of the industries are fulfilled on the Protect the Sink server. I found that absolutely shocking. It's like you got like 90 people on the server and none of the industries are fulfilled. It's just really, really bizarre. And there's Coco. Oh, that was close. Coco is one of our corporation members. He's also here on the chat. But he's running one of our Galimas. We've got 4 of them in the company right now. And the other thing, the one thing that kind of sucks about each one of these vehicles that are in our corporation right now, each one of these were bought by me and me alone. And it's not me bragging about the fact that I bought them. It's more me complaining about the fact that I bought them all. And here's why. So Coco and Magnetic are both you know, managers of the company, so they're able to pull contracts and stuff like that when I'm not online, and things of that nature, but they can't contribute one of their own vehicles to the company. So like all of the company vehicles have to come from me. You tried playing chicken and then you remembered it costs money for repairs. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I would have lost the chicken fight there because I'm on autopilot right now, so that would have been unfortunate. But yeah, so that's kind of the situation. Now we just gotta re-earn a bunch of coins for the company, which should be good. I don't think we'll pull too many contracts just because like our teleport contracts are 90,000 a piece. You'd be surprised. You've been brake checked on autopilot in the company Galima before? Wow, all right. So like right there, right? I do those turns manually because the AI takes forever on them. So I do those manually, and then other spots I'll do manually. Like as we're climbing this hill, it might be a little bit difficult, so I'll manually shift during it. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I interact with while doing this, but I'm also trying to, you know, mostly concentrate on the chat. So sometimes breaks, sometimes rams through. Oh no. Oh, that's wild. All right, Jeju proper. Are there people on this route? It kind of looks like there are. But as you move more and more people around, more and more people need to ride the bus at that point. So it's kind of like a cycle that you gotta feed constantly. But yeah, we'll go pick up some gasoline here at the gas station. We're about 4,500 feet away from it now, as far as the road is concerned. So just a little bit longer and we'll get some gas, and then we'll head all the way up to Jeju after that. I think I'm gonna go take the eastern bridge instead of the western bridge because I don't want to be charged 3,000 coin. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter, but I'd rather save a little bit of money. Wow, that guy is like full on hauling logs with a AI. That's interesting. I haven't seen anybody haul logs with AI before. All right. That's wild. Ooh. All right. So I've switched over into manuals so that we can go ahead and get our gas here. I'll read that in just a second, Jetta. Let me get around these corners and start refilling here in just a moment. Oh. All right, hold on. Okay, Jetta says kids have their popcorn and they say you need to try the peanut butter and jelly soda. Oh wow, that sounds wild. So far their favorite out of the 7 weird sodas they got. Okay. That one's a weird one for sure. Magnetic says we should look more at convoys from Gwanjin to Dasa. Even with a Jamusi and Oldham, they pay around 150k. Yeah, maybe we do. Yeah, and Coco, my Jamusi build did not really work for that route either. So I don't know, man. We probably gotta get Magnetic's build for that. Are you getting gas here or are you moving on? Kinda looks like he's moving on. Wicked, what's up, bud? How you doing, man? You know what? I'm gonna take the I'm gonna take the shorter route. I'll just take the penalty. Wicked, we just spent 800,000 coin refreshing our contracts. So we need some haulers, man. We need some haulers. You need some hollowbacks. Magnetic, I sat there and tested until you could make it up any hill hauling coal without building momentum. Dude, which one? Drink! Alright, here we go. No, like, my Jamusi semi-truck just cannot do it whatsoever. Makes me a sad panda. The other thing is, too, I was like, I spent 800,000 coin on all of our teleport contracts. So all of these contracts, each one of these is 90,000 coin each. Exactly, Coco. Dun dun dun. Yeah, it's 800,000 coin for us to renew all of these teleportation locations, and we have to do that every 3 days.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. Wow. They only last 3 days, so that's something to keep in mind. And that's why I encourage people to use the company vehicles whenever they want to. But you know, at the end of the day, ultimately what I want you doing is having fun. So yeah, the timing of the wow. It was pretty good. That was good timing, especially when you consider there's a delay between like what I say and what you guys say, right? So, and you can see that delay when you see your chat pop up above my head here. That's about when you can expect me to react to your chat. So like you can judge by the delay there. Stretch. Oh, that's a good idea. Let's get everybody get a stretch in. Get a stretch in. Get a good one in. Get a rainbow bridge stretch in. Yes, reach for it. Everybody there on the couch in Jetta's living room. Yeet your arms into the air. Yeet your arms into the air. Get a stretch in. There you go. All right. That feels good. Usually you steal the compacti from time to time, get cash for the company. Yeah, the compacti is great for making money. I think I set it to like 40%, if I remember correctly. Yeah, the managers can. So anybody that you see that has the manager title can change the change it. So if you see one of the managers on and I'm not on, they could get that changed for you. So we completed a contract. Oh, that was Coco delivering the thing. Magnetic Sheep says Motortown related points redemption win. You got 20,000 Drake skills to burn through. Ooh, what would you want? Maybe I do need to put some Motortown related things in there. Maybe like I don't know, use small delivery vehicles for 2 deliveries or something like that. Wicked. Yeah, it would be nice to be able to have the ability to increase it if we want, but just couldn't go under a percent that you set. Yeah, sadly I can't do that. Dabo only for 30 minutes. Oh man, I don't know about the Dabo. I would have to make that like 1,000 points. What's up, undead dude? How's your unlife going, man? Welcome to the Drakeish 2000 show. I hope you're having a good time. Speed past somebody in the MPD. Ooh. Oh yeah. But then like immediately pull over, right? Like don't actually give them a chase. Just like immediately pull over as soon as their lights and sirens go on. That would be funny. Yeah, undead dude, welcome. If you're looking for a fun community to join for some multiplayer Motortown, we're over here on the Motor Maven server. It's a wonderful server, highly recommend it. And I would love to have you come join us. Magnetic and I are hauling roughly 80 units of fuel, right, or crude oil right now. And this Sunday, the Motor Maven Race League goes into race number 2. Last race was pretty fun. It was awesome. You've played a few times on that one. It's nice. Yeah, no, it's a great server. I love it here. This is my home. But yeah, I run the Motor Maven Racing League, and this Sunday is race number 2 for the league. Season 1 is 5 races long, and right now Bulwark is in the lead with 10 points, and you know, he's probably gonna post another 10 points this weekend unless Magnetic has something to say about that this weekend. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We've got a practice on Saturday at 12 noon Central Standard Time, and then the race itself is going to be at 12 noon on Sunday. They have the Maja Trailer Works mod. No, there's no mods on this server. No mods on this server. Wicked says, I still believe in Magnetic. Also, yeah, Jetta is another racer in the racing league too. So, and they did pretty well. Rough start to the league, but now you know you can still place. Yeah, you got to get some points on the board because there's only 4 races left in the season. I kept the league or the season down to only 5 races because I didn't want to overcommit people, because 5 weekends is a big ask for adults. That's a really big ask. But we're also gonna have a delay between race number 2 and 3 because, and the reason for the delay is Sunday, June 15th is actually Father's Day. So reminder out there for all of you people with fathers, Father's Day is June 15th here in the United States. So we're going to be skipping that day as a race day, and instead we'll be going to the following week after that. So do keep that in mind. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. Also, people got really good in that first practice session. People started doing really, really well once they got the groove of the track. Because remember, race number 2 is Jeju downtown. So race number 2 takes place down here in Jeju downtown. So the track starts here on this road right next to the Jeju construction site, and it goes down here into this neighborhood, and then it goes through a horseshoe like shape or a U-turn right here, and then comes down here and then turns south towards the military base, does another horseshoe, and then comes up towards here, and then there's a quick 90-degree turn after a really fast area. So you got to slow down, like I think like here you need to start slowing down to be able to make that turn, and then you make another 90 and another 90 and you're back towards the finish line. It's pretty wild. If you get greedy on the track, it will punish you. Yeah, exactly. This new track, I feel, is like the reason why I chose Jeju downtown is twofold, right? Number one, one second. About to pick up fuel from Jeju to Noksan. Any left and come join us. Yeah, so okay. Where was I? This part of the track. So I wanted this track to kind of simulate Monaco, and I chose Jeju for 2 reasons. Number one, Gwangjun down here has speed bumps, okay, and that's not gonna work for a race. Whereas Jeju does not have speed bumps, but what Jeju does have is high curbs. So it really forces the racers to be in the middle here, because if you go too wide, this curb right up here on this side, especially on the east side here, because you're coming fast down this way and you make that turn. If you don't do that turn perfectly and you end up in the gutter, then like your wheel will get stuck in that gutter, that rain gutter right there, and that is pretty brutal. There's going to be a lot of damage to a lot of cars this race. And the other thing is, one of the rules are that if you have a damaged radiator or a damaged engine, you have to pit and repair. So here we are. This is actually part of the track right now where my truck is now. And you'll have two options right here where you have hauls like that bus. So if you go straight like we're doing now, you go into pit lane. If you take that right there, you're on the proper track, and then you take that left and you go up that way. And the reason why pit lane is here, I can add a tanker in a moment. Let's see here. I'll get rid of the Tronco. Move from company. We can only have 10 vehicles on here. It's really dumb. There's a tanker now. Okay, but that repair garage right there is the reason why I put pit lane there. And there's a gas pump right there too. So people can get gas and they can repair their cars right there. So but yeah, it's pretty fun. The race league has been going pretty well, but if you're new to the channel, first of all, welcome. If you're a longtime follower, subscriber, or whatever, thank you for the support and coming back. I really appreciate that. But if you're new, why don't you hit that follow button over here on twitch.tv/Drakage2000, or hit the subscribe button if you're watching over on the D2K Simulators channel. Right now, I'm pulling into the port here, and I have to run an ad. I know, it kind of sucks.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
They would never understand that I don't like running ads, right? But I do have to run an ad, so we'll be right back after these messages. All right, throw that on. What's up, Wicked? Noxan. All right, let's see here. Ooh. Hold on, let me get out of Wicked's way here. We're gonna teleport down to Sanho, because it's gonna have a lot more material for us to move. So, despawn. Wicked, you should be able to use Galima 2 as well. Okay, let's go down to Sanho. Fast travel. Forgot to check. Yeah, okay, there's 492 units here. Tons to be moved. All right, company. All right, let me go see if there's anything up to Noxan here real quick. If we can get up to Noxan with this, that'd be phenomenal. All right, destination. There's OG drilling. Noxan fuel storage, yes. Perfect. OG drill. From Jeju. Alright. Alright. Yeah. Oh, Johnny didn't pull all the way in. That's unfortunate. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for sticking with me through the ad. Wicked, to your left, there's going to be another bay for you to go into. Johnny, if you can pull a little bit further in, other people will be able to get out and start moving around. Literally just said. Noxan primary. OG drill. Secondary. If taking to OG, take oil to Jeju. After delivery, then fuel to Noxan. Okay. Alright, let me... Wicked, did you get fuel to Noxan or... Yeah, that track is definitely a little bit more challenging, but like I was saying, I was trying to mimic a little bit of Monaco with that track layout, and I feel like it does a good job at mimicking that, like, because Monaco is a very technical and difficult track, right? That doesn't have a lot of passing zones and stuff like that. And I feel like this Jeju track is gonna be a lot like that. So I'm gonna stop my truck right up here and wait for everybody to get loaded, and then we'll head out. So, but this is one of the reasons why you should come join our corporation here on the Motor Maven server, because we run these convoys fairly often to fulfill the needs of the various things. But again, if you don't have enough fuel going up to Noxan, then go ahead and grab fuel to OG drill. So you would grab fuel to OG drill and then take crude oil from OG up to Jeju, and then Jeju down to Noxan. Just shove everyone off the road. Lol, no drivers means win, right? Yeah. But then remember, each wreck that you cause, if you forcibly cause a wreck, you go down a position, and if you cause 2 wrecks, then you're disqualified. So there's that. There we go. We got Wicked, Magnetic, and now we're waiting on Johnny. Only if you get caught. Lol. What's up, Misfortune? How you doing? We're just about to leave on a convoy out of Sanho Oil. We're down here in Sanho Oil. We're taking fuel either up here to Noxan, or we're taking fuel to OG Drill if there's not enough available. So yeah, if there's not enough available, take it to OG Drilling. If there is enough available, take it to Noxan. Noxan's our primary location right now. Okay, say Noxan if you have fuel for Noxan. OG for OG. Serge, what's up, dude? Cheddar, thank you so much for the bits. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Serge, if I can get a group, do you want to do a race? Oh, like a practice race? Maybe after the convoy. I didn't really have one planned for tonight, but yeah, after the convoy, if we have enough of the racing league here, then I wouldn't mind doing one. And then Misfortune, are you coming down to the thing? Do we need to wait for you? You don't need to wait? Okay. I appreciate it. No, not a practice, just a random race somewhere on the map. Oh yeah, we're fulfilling industry needs right now. But I do have a practice race scheduled for Saturday. Okay, 40 fuel Noxan. Okay. 40 for Jeju. Coco. Oh, Coco is already on the road. Where's Coco? Coco, where you at? Hold on. There he is. Okay, he's already on the way. He's up to Jeju right now. He's got 40 units going up to Jeju. So let's go to online access contract. Grab 50 crude. Contract there. 40 for OG. Okay, so let me grab. Was there 2 people that said they've got stuff for OG? No, it's just the one. Okay, let me go online access, and he's got 40 for OG. So, ooh, hold on. Yes, that's fuel. I needed to make sure before I signed that contract. All right, ladies and gentlemen, mount up. Let's get going. Mount up. Let's get going. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've got some people heading over to OG Drill. We've got a few people heading up to Noxan as we get the Gastown convoy going here. Yeah, if there's a Galima available, Misfortune, just take it. I think Wicked might be in number 2. If there's not one available, let me know and I'll make another one of the tankers available. Okay, Wicked is in Galima number 2. There might be another one available though. Hey, Jar Jar. Okay, I'm going on autopilot real quick so I can check on the company vehicles. What is in use right now? We've got my Galima, Coco, Magnetic is using that one. That one's being used. Okay, let me remove the Compacti for a moment. And I will add tanker number 2. So there you go. Tanker number 2 is available for you now, Misfortune. Johnny, what are you doing, man? Fall in line, man. You can spawn. I think you can spawn the Linky right here. So go spawn a Linky and throw a trailer onto it. If not, then you'll have to come up here to spawn it. But I think you can spawn. You'll need a Linky and a Tanko 40, I believe is what it's called. go. I'll slow down a little bit. All right, there we go. Now we can get a little bit of speed, because by the time I get back up to speed, yeah, we'd be good. Okay, so did you? Yeah, you grabbed the other tankers. So there should be a spawn point for trailers and stuff right here. Misfortune, there should be a spawn point if you want to add an additional trailer over there. If you wanted to use a Linky and an additional trailer, but there we go. Gastown is a go. But this is what we do here in the Drakeish 2000 TTV LLC, right? And if you're looking for a good group to join, come join us here. Also, I want to draw your attention to the brand new D2K Simulators YouTube channel, which is where I'm also streaming live, so it might be redundant for some of you who are watching over there. But the brand new channel, I post edited videos on there that do take a little while to make, but it's a little bit more of a curated experience on the YouTube channel, and so I encourage you to come join us for that. Over there. It is a jolly good time. But let's swap over to sport mode as we climb this hill, get going. But yeah, so we're trying to fulfill a gap in the industry right now, because the gap is over here at Noxan fuel storage, right? It has 0 out of 500. I have not seen that in a long time on this server. So we're gonna fix that right now. We've got 40, 80, 120 units between Wicked, Magnetic, and myself, and Johnny has 40 on him as well, I believe, or 20. I think he said 20. Yeah, he said 20 for Noxan and 40 for OG. So he's gonna make a stop at OG on the way and pick up crude oil heading up towards Jeju. And if he goes up to Jeju first, then he should be able to pick up fuel to take it down to the other thing. Yeah, no worries, Misfortune. If you want to just stick with the tanker instead. I'm out of Galimas. This is the first time we've had all of them in use at the same time, so I'm out of Galimas, unfortunately. But no biggie. No biggie. And I don't really feel like buying a whole other Galima. They're like 700,000 coin each. Well, it's actually more beneficial for you to use the company vehicle, because we only have 448,000 coin right now, and because of that, we need to replenish our coffers. So it's a good thing to use the company vehicles right now, because it costs 800,000 coin every 3 days for me to refresh all of our teleports. Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah, donate, or like, I don't know, like even a 5% tax or something like that. Like, I don't know. It'd be interesting. Or give a truck. Exactly, that would be awesome. The other thing that I think would be really good is if they allowed me to have as many vehicles as we have players. You know, like in our corporation right now, if you look at the company list, we got 22 people in there. If I could have 22 vehicles in there, oh, that'd be brilliant. And that way everybody could have a company vehicle if we had everybody online at the same time. But sadly, we're kind of stuck with only the 10, so It's unfortunate. All right, do I need to stop there for gas? I don't think so. I think I'll stop here though, definitely. So I'm gonna mark that for stopping. But yeah, like, you know, that's kind of the whole situation that we're dealing with there. But ladies and gentlemen, if you're new here to the Drakish 2000 show, first of all, welcome. Don't forget to hit that follow button and or the subscribe button to help out the channel. Now, the other thing too, like, we got 4 people in our convoy. Miss Fortune is not that far behind us though. She is grabbing some stuff now and we'll be joining here. She told me not to wait, so we went ahead and went ahead. She said don't wait for me, so I was like, all right, well, we'll head out then. But like, that's one of the things that we do right here in the Drakish 2000 industry. All right, so Johnny needs to stop for gas too, so instead of stopping there, I'm gonna put a marker here and stop there. And we'll grab some gas a little bit earlier. But it's kind of fun, right? Like, I joke around and I call it Gas Town. If you're familiar with the Mad Max series, the town that was hauling all the gasoline, or the guzzling as they called it, was called Gas Town. So that's kind of what we're messing around with. Having some fun and fulfilling an industry vacancy. What is this guy? Surge. Oh, he's messing around with his Neo out there. Okay. Nice. Gastown, love it. Yeah, man. All I gotta do is like kit these out, like for Halloween, kit them out to make them look like they're from Mad Max with all the spikes and stuff coming out of them. That'd be kind of funny. I'm looking forward to season 2 of the race league too. You just saw Surge doing some off-roading, so that's going to be interesting. You know, because I'll have to make some off-road tracks, like use this peninsula for example as a track, and I'm going to use these mountains for a track, as well as I think this is going to be a really fun track right here. But the off-road tracks are going to be a little bit more interesting too, right? Because a lot of them won't have like the ability to repair in the area. So that's going to be a little bit wild. It's going to be a little bit wild. So I don't know, maybe that's like part of the strategy, right? For season 2 is like trying to make it through there with as minimal damage as possible. I mean, that's obviously a strategy now in season 1, but I think maybe in season 2 it's going to become a little bit more important, just based on the fact that there's not going to be a lot of areas to repair. You have a track for the mountain area that you used last night? Oh, I'll have to look at that. Send me a screenshot of it in my Discord. In the picture section. I'd love to look at it. The other thing I was thinking is doing a track here in Guanjin, and so you would start here at the like, or maybe you would start like right here or something like that, and then go down this path, down around this way, up and around that way, and then down here off-road up this way, and then rejoin. It would be a big track, so I don't think we would do that many laps, but checkpoints, yeah. I don't know, there's a lot of options that we have available to us, right? And that's really fun to me. Just the fact that we've got all these different options But we need to get through season 1 first before we start considering season 2. But I'll put out another sign up sheet for racers and support staff and things like that. So I'll make sure that we've got all of that all situated and ready to go for the next one. Really, you know, like the one thing that I really wanted though was I wanted a proper F1 league where people just got really, really, really good using the same car over and over and over. But I got outvoted on that, and a lot of people didn't want to use the same car over and over and over again. Let me go slow. No, I'm gonna pull over. Hold on. Pull over. Oh, Wicked's ready. Okay. It's like one big race, but it has like 5 different stops for each race time instead of a decided track. Oh, I see. Like check marks, checkpoints. Be right back. 30 seconds. Okay, hold on. Let's pull over. Johnny, why don't you head up to OG Drill and go exchange your fuel for what you've got. Get the crude oil up to Jeju Harbor, and then you'll grab the oil up to Jeju Harbor, and once you get to Jeju Harbor, take that down to Noxan. All right, looks like they're getting ready. And Misfortune has caught up to us. And Misfortune has come down the straightaway to catch up to everybody. It's like, you know, jump back into announcer mode. But yeah, there we go. We got Gastown. Let's do it. Gastown is Holland. Holland some sweet gasoline. Oh, you'll love to see it, man. Look at this. Let's get a screenshot of tonight. Hello, gasoline. Saw a whole... All right, here we go. Let's get all of this gasoline up to Noxan fuel storage. Jetta says, just like one big race. Yeah, I read that one. Make it kind of like the Dubai race where it's sprint style, but they stop each night. Okay. So you're talking about doing like a waypoint race where we would start in Guanjin and race like, I don't know, all the way over here to Dongsan. And then that would be like leg 1, and then after leg 1 was complete, then race like from Dongsan down to like Sanho Oil, and then race from Sanho Oil here to Ara, and that would be the whole race. And then what would we do? Just average people's times out? Like if you did 10 minutes for the first race and you did 11 for the next race, and then you did 10 for the next one, is your total time like 32 minutes? And then whoever has the fastest time is the winner? Uh-oh, something happened to Johnny maybe. Oh, whoever has the yeah, we'll vote for it. Like we'll see what we got. A hazard up ahead. It looks like Johnny got delinked. I think he went a little too fast into the off-road section here. But that was one of the problems I was having last night when I was trying to do the off-road stuff with the Jamusi. I don't know if you guys joined me for that stream or not, but man, that was rough. Like, I kept getting my trailer disconnected from me and other problems. It was not fun. Oh, man, we got so many. Okay, so when we do deliver this fuel, wait for a moment, because I'm gonna need to pull a second contract, right? So like, I think myself and Wicked will deliver first, and then Magnetic and Misfortune can deliver after that. Oh, you put the picture up there? Okay, cool. I'll take a look here a little bit. You're going to OG. Oh, okay. No worries, Misfortune. So go ahead and deliver up to OG. Grab the crude oil at OG and haul that up to Jeju Harbor. Okay? I'm going on autopilot here real quick. Oh my goodness. All right. So let me refresh these guys real quick. Plus, this gives the other people. Oh, you were here for the plan. Okay, perfect. Yeah. Because we're trying to refill Noxan fuel storage right now. Let's take a look, ladies and gentlemen. Surge posted a picture of this track, so let's take a look at that real quick. Where's the button? There's the button. Wrong button, crank. Yeah, see, I need something a little bit more. That is a lot of waypoints, my dude. One, and it doesn't circle back. Yeah, that's a lot of waypoints. Kind of neat though. So that's the track that Surge just wanted to show real quick. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, feel free to join up on the Discord, by the way, if you're not already a member here. Because this is where I go to pull people from multiplayer games and stuff like that. So feel free to join over here. Lots of fun. Could take back to Sanho and then up. Need a lot of waypoints to make sure it doesn't go in the wrong spots. Yeah, so like I was thinking something more like we would put the start like somewhere here, and then like so this becomes a straightaway, and then it circles back and comes up here and then around. And then maybe if like this is an option, like coming up through here. I haven't driven in this area yet. And then down and around here and then up here and back. That might cause like a collision area, so maybe just come through here if that's possible. Or come down here and through here and up and around and then down and around this way and stuff like that. But I need to create like a loop so that we can go back. I will eventually. This trip is gonna take a while though. This convoy that we're doing is gonna take us some time. All right, swapping into sport mode as we make it back onto the road here, and start working on that. Well, what's the town bonuses looking like? They're decent. They're decent. Ooh, hold on. Why are you not shifting? You should be shifting right there. Drive mode, sport. Oh, it didn't. There we go. I probably got out is why. All right, there we go. Now it's shifting at the right RPMs. But yeah, I will definitely be testing out a lot of the off-road track, Surge. I'll be testing out a lot. Oh, we also got to figure out what vehicle we're going to end up using and what engine and stuff like that. I was thinking about keeping the engine in like the 180 horsepower range because the Formula SCM cars are in the 140 range. But I might bump that up to like 200. I don't know. I'll experiment with it because again, the car for season 2 has not been decided upon yet. And in fact, I don't think I'm gonna be voting. I don't think I'm gonna be dictating that, as opposed to me offering like, okay, well, there's the little track car that's here. There's the Hana that is up here, and so on and so forth. But yeah, obviously something that somebody can buy easily is what we're going with next, because the only race car that you have to build is the Formula SCM car. So it's going to be easier now for people to be able to buy these vehicles. So, but I'm thinking it will either be the Hana, because I like the fact that the Hana has the winch on the front, which, you know, if somebody gets stuck, then they can use the winch to get out of that situation, and things like that. It's gonna be really interesting though with the it's, you know, gonna be really interesting with how do we handle wrecks and stuff like that for the off-road season. I don't know how we're gonna handle that, but we'll have to figure that out. But yeah, we'll play it. We'll play with it and see what we got. Oh, here we go. Leave the light on. Also, Coco, somebody's trying to get a hold of you in general chat. Randy's like coming around this corner going like, what the hell? The Info GT, is that a 4-wheel drive car? I know, like, there's the one that I don't know what the name of the car is, but there's one here in the quarry that's an option. There's another one here, the Hana in Isungog. Either that or we use the Ranchy from the ranch as another option. But the point being, there's a few options out there for us to use for season 2. So wreckers with a camper at points so that travel is quick. Yeah, it's a good idea. I think using the oh my gosh, using the campies is going to be a really good idea. I didn't think about that, Jetta, so thank you for that idea. We will definitely implement that because that will be really helpful. But look at that. Okay, so we got 40, 80, 120, and then I think Misfortune and Johnny have stuff going up to Jeju, not quite Noxan. But after Wicked and myself deliver, Magnetic, hold off for just a minute so that we can pull a second contract for 50 up here, and that will help out a lot. Oh, Coco might have delivered there just now too. No, he did not. Okay. Well, we'll pull 2 contracts that way, and that way we earn a little bit extra coin. But after that, I'm gonna stop pulling coin-based contracts just so that we can save up the company funds a little bit after that. All right, let's see here. Go. We have 7.1 miles left to go, which is quite a long way. Quite a long way to go, but that's all good. It's all good. I used to be like, I don't know, not exactly cautious with long trips like this, but I used to like not do them quite as often, right? But now I love these long trips because it gives me time to talk to you guys over here on chat, and it earns a good amount of coin. You have 20 for Noxan. Okay, so that's enough for us to get the double contract there. It'll be good. But then after that, I'm gonna go ahead and stop with the money contracts, just based on the fact that we need to save cash for you know, re-establishing our contracts, because those contracts only last 3 days. It's 90,000 per teleport contract. So, and a lot of you are going to be like, well, Drake, no, actually it's only 72,000. And yes, you're right, it is 72,000. But if you want to be able to renew that contract remotely, it's an additional 18,000, so that you don't have to drive there to to renew it. So I do often use the online thing to renew them, so that I don't have to drive around to each important location that we've got. But you know, ultimately, it does save us quite a bit of heartache and time getting that all situated. You love to see it though. Oh, Johnny fell behind a little bit. Not sure what happened there. But there we go. We're heading on up, and we've got 6 miles to go before then. I'm gonna need to get another drink after this too, because that is now empty. All right, what do we got? I'm gonna switch back into comfort now that I finished that. And here comes Aaron in front of us, going pretty quick. Maybe not as quick as I thought they were going, but woo! They are hauling butt though. Tell you what. What's it look like on the map? Yeah, look at that. Look at that dark convoy. Oh, you love to see it, right? Like, that's part of the fun of playing on a multiplayer server and stuff like that, is getting these big convoys going to fulfill the needs of the industry. So that's pretty fun. Now there's only one delivery spot though at Noxan fuel storage, so there's gonna be a little bit of a bottleneck. Does anybody need to pee before we leave? Because there's a gas station on the right, and if you don't go now, then it's gonna be too late. I think I'm just gonna pull in anyway. I think I'll just pull in, get some gas anyway. I don't need it, but it gives the convoy time to play catch up and stuff too, so. All right, let's do this. Fuel pump, fill up. We have an official practice this Saturday, and the race is this Sunday. All right, there we go. Let me get out of the way. All right, let me pull over to the side here as everybody is getting their fuel on. And it looks like everybody is mobile again. Yep. All right, we got Magnetic, Wicked. Everybody is mobile again, so back on the road again as we head out. Johnny ditched his Linky and additional trailer, it looks like. But yeah, there we go. We are moving again. My buses are doing okay. We got $2,000 up here. We got 2,800 there and 3,600 for the Roadster. So that is lovely. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I think what I'm gonna do is, as we continue to haul this fuel up here to Noxan fuel storage, I think at the end of this trip I'll call it an early night for the stream, so that way I can get a little bit of rest for work tomorrow and stuff like that. Which I know is, you know, I usually stream for 4 hours, but I'm also, you know, just now getting a hold of recovering my voice, and it's almost fully back. So that's the only reason why I've been doing a little bit shorter streams recently, is because I can't really talk for 4 hours right now. But you know, it's almost there. I've almost got that back, and I'm really looking forward to having it back, because it's been like 2 weeks since I've lost it, and you know, that's a long time to have a lost voice, is what I'm getting at. I'm not sure what Johnny's doing here, but he's burning up those brakes. All right, let's see here. Wait, the other thing, okay, so ladies and gentlemen, if you're new here, first of all, welcome. I am a very chat friendly streamer, so feel free to hop into that chat and say hello. You will not get your head bitten off by this streamer for doing so. One of my absolute favorite things about live streaming is interacting with my audience, so feel free to say hello. It is a very chat friendly stream. Also a very friendly environment over here on the Drakeage 2000 Discord, where you can find like-minded gamers and stuff to hang out with. And in the future, once Project Zomboid build number 42 is multiplayer enabled, I do want to see if there's enough interest within the community for me to run a dedicated server for that. And the idea would be to have like the different towns producing different items, and then that Jetta with a dun dun dun, yes, the zombie survival game. But each town would be able to produce like different things, and then that would then encourage whatchamacallit, that would encourage trade between the towns, right? Which I think would be really fun. Because then it would create like this economy, like, you know, if the people in, say, West Point weren't able to farm, but then the people in Muldra were farming or whatever, you know, I'd have to figure it out, look on the map and see. But if it was kind of divided up like that, but then, like, you know, this town up here could produce iron items, but then this town down here couldn't do that. You are able to have dedicated servers for Project Zomboid, yes, but the latest build for the game, build 42, is not multiplayer yet. So like they've overhauled the whole game with build number 42. So build 42 is almost a whole new game, and that's why I would want to wait until the new version of the game is multiplayer enabled before starting a server up for that. And we might even just do like a thing where I just locally host it until we have like enough interest to get like an actual dedicated server, because I'm not going to be able to justify the cost of the dedicated server without help to pay for it, you know what I mean? Like either through the Twitch subscriptions here or YouTube channel memberships or something like that, because servers are expensive, man. Renting a server is not cheap, and maybe I've just been looking in the wrong spots or whatever, but it's a significant investment. So all right. Ooh, we're not quite there yet. I thought that this right hand turn up here was our turn, but I was wrong. It is not there just yet. Ooh, I got a private message. I'll look at that later. I do tend to get a lot of private messages and stuff like that. Jetta says, me and my buddies built our server. The parts alone cost 10 grand. Oh, jeez. Louise, man. Ooh, oh, I almost lost it there. See, that's what I get for looking over at chat while driving. Oh, I almost lost control there. Me too. We'll see. I was thinking maybe I could like start like a Patreon or something like that for the server if there's enough interest in it, right? I think initially what we'll do is we'll experiment with it and I'll just host it locally, and then if we've got enough people that want to play like consistently, and we can justify the expense of doing a server, then we'll do a server. Server hosting would be the way to go with it, though. You think $10 a month? Yeah, but how many people could connect to a $10 a month server? No. For Project Zomboid after B42. Oh, 16 slots for $10 a month? That's not even that bad. For a Project Zomboid server? That's dirt cheap. Would it even function though? The other thing is too is like I don't know the number of people, the number of slots that I would need. And there's a lot of people here. Why is there so many people here? All right, hold on. All right, contract. Whoa. All right, I just got ran over. Johnny, get out of the way. What is going on here? But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna be calling an end to the stream here soon. But basically, I really appreciate each and every one of you for being here tonight and hanging out with me. Well, that BP livery there is clean as oh, get out! Look at that. That's awesome. Change your truck to 100%, please. Okay. Company. Boom. All right. Contract complete up there. Heck yeah. I need Cammy to move here in just a minute. But yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna be calling an end to the stream here shortly. And I will be live again tomorrow night though, so be sure to join us. But don't go away, okay? Because you have a chance to earn some free Drake channel points here in just a moment. So stick around for that and get your free Drake scales. And let me pull off to the side of the road here. And magnetic before you deliver. Let me grab another contract for that. Let's grab the 20. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you had a jolly good time. You're taking fuel back to OG. Okay, cool. I hope you had a really good time here on the Drake e12 show tonight. I'll be live again tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we'll go for a little bit of a longer stream on that one. And then on Saturday, I'll have a short stream because I got some people coming over that will prevent me from going full bore on that. I think this is, let me set this one back to 40% on that. Boom. Let's go down to 40. And then I'll reduce this one down to 40 so I don't forget. But yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me here on the Drake e12 show. Let's find somebody to raid, but before we go, I want to thank each and every one of you for being here as we roll these awesome credits. You guys were all a part of an awesome stream tonight, and I really appreciate you being here. Let's go ahead and thanks Jetta for the bits. Let's see who's streaming tonight and who we can go bother for that. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's go raid this person because they don't have a lot of viewers. So let's go see if we can make their night.
Hi, Fango.
I do not know this streamer, so I cannot vouch for them, but let's go say hi.
Game.
Thank you so much for joining me tonight, and I'll see ya in the next one. Yeah, everybody get in the raid. Earn you some Drake scales. Let's go.
What game be this?
I love each and every one of you. You guys are all awesome possums for joining me. Thank you so much, and I will be back live tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time.